just at that point where you begin drifting off and a story begins to play in your mind to take you off to being unconscious. The rather disturbing thing was that my mind began playing around with ideas on how to improve Media Center within Windows Vista. Very exciting dream, yeah. Anyway, regardless, my mind struck upon the idea of basically, you know, you've seen there's the little remote controls that Media Center Edition PCs, little home theater PCs come with. It's covered in buttons, and it just effectively all it is just like a remapped mouse, and it controls the selecting different things for the actual TV, and you know what you can do with it. My mind began thinking about how we could employ like kind of, you know, the little sidekick little devices that you've seen on some of the more expensive Vista laptops, whereby it gives you like small kind of access to your email and just without having to boot up the PC. I was just wondering, maybe you could take that little environment, slap it into a little TFT panel, you know, roughly that size, doesn't have to be big, give it Wi-Fi, and basically then begin coding in a kind of an extender to Media Center, whereby basically this thing would connect onto the network, get an IP address, and then begin searching for Windows Vista machines that have got this extender on and are broadcasting out saying, you know, I can, you know, please can take control of me, you can add more functionality, add in some authentication with it, so, you know, okay, you've got to do a PIN to get into this. Also restrict it to local area network only, so it doesn't broadcast it out the net if you happen to not be sat behind the router, and basically allow you to use a little tablet machine to hook in and draw through the actual menus on the that you get when you first open up, or if you want to check the recorded videos that have been done, check through the actual program guide. Give it the ability to interface with it through a touch screen on a small little panel, and you know, with it being Wi-Fi, you'll be able to move room to room, select the media center in that room, and begin controlling that one. Of course, you know, again, like I said with the authentication, you know, tap in your PIN and be able to control it, or you know, even build in some kind of like thumb imprint where, you know, okay, scan myself and oh, I'm able to use this. Scan it up, you don't have permissions to do this one, and you know, restrict it maybe in that kind of way, but then allow you to be able to control it. So instead of having to mess around on the screen, you end up with whatever you were watching has now gone into a small little thing in the corner. Have it so that it's all displayed on this, thereby it's not annoying or getting in the way of anyone who happens to be watching whatever's currently on, and you can check out what's on next. Say you're going to be going out in about 2 hours time, you want to just check what's on, quickly do that, whilst everyone else is enjoying, or you're enjoying whatever's on. Right, okay, I'll record that. Oh, this is on at the moment, this is on after it, let's go to that one afterwards, and it could really improve the way that you control it, and clear away little remote controls and just have a nice single panel that you can just walk around and control things with. Now, unfortunately, I can imagine that something like that they would charge an absolute fortune for, which, if you charge more than, say, £50, £70, it then becomes way too expensive and will flop. No matter how good the product is, if it's too expensive, it's never going to work. So I'm just wondering if maybe a kind of, basically Microsoft released it, they could do something similar to the console market and subsidise it. So it basically becomes more of a cost to them, but it can be used to drive sales of Vista. You know, try to pick up that and secondary drive sales of Windows Home Server. Because if you could hook it all in, connect it all up with your own little protocols, you know, you could have a very nicely integrated system. You've got something that stores all the old recordings. You've got something that can play it, and you've got something that can control the playing device. Why this hasn't been suggested? Maybe because I've already answered the question. It'd be too expensive, and it'd be another thing to break. But I don't see don't see why it's if you get it at the right price points, I don't see why something little touchscreen kind of display might not work. If you know of anything that's already out there doing that, let me know. I'd love to hear and check it out. You know, or if you're in a position where you could produce this, get in touch with me. I'm more than willing to spew out whatever's in my mind to help, you know, make it an actual product. Easy way to contact me, go to www.pissheadnurse.com. See you later, bye!